Yeah, we'll do this one. Am I the asshole for thinking my stepdaughter would be fine on the couch for a couple days? Smells sussy? Yes, it does. All right, here we go. I have 3 kids, 10F, 8M, 7M, from a previous marriage, and my wife has 1, 12F. We've been married for 6 months, and all of the kids have had trouble adjusting. My daughter doesn't like not being the oldest/only daughter. My stepdaughter can be possessive of her mom. Neither of them are great at sharing. We just took our first vacation together with me, my wife, the kids, and my wife's sister, 23, who lives with us and helps with the kids. The room arrangements were me and my wife in the master, my sister-in-law in the second bedroom with a double bed, my daughter and stepdaughter in a room with 2 twin beds, and my sons in a room with a double bed. The first night, we got to the rental pretty late and everyone went to bed with no problems. The second night, my wife and I went out, and my sister-in-law told me that my stepdaughter was sleeping in her room because she and my daughter got into an argument. The third night, my stepdaughter came to me and said that my daughter kicked her out of her room. I went to talk to my daughter, and she said she had hated sharing a room and wanted my stepdaughter gone. I know it sounds mean, but she's never had to share a room before, and she's still adjusting. I told my stepdaughter that my daughter needed her own space and to sleep on the couch or see if she could sleep with her aunt again. She started to cry and went to her aunt. My sister-in-law told my wife what happened, and my wife yelled at me for kicking my stepdaughter out of the room and said that my daughter should have had to leave if she had the problem, but my daughter's used to having her own room in bed. My stepdaughter shared a pull-out couch with my wife for 5 years before they moved in with me. I thought she wouldn't mind since she's so used to sharing beds / sleeping on the couch. Wow. That's fucked up. My wife started yelling at me for favoring my daughter, and she and my sister-in-law ended up leaving early with my stepdaughter. They've all ignored me and my kids since we got back, and although they never mentioned anything about leaving, I think they might be planning on leaving. My sister-in-law has been taking extra babysitting jobs, and my wife started doing random odd jobs for cash. I'm starting to think I screwed up here, but I wanted to know if I was the asshole for thinking she'd be fine on the couch for a few days. I'm starting to think that maybe I messed up, but I'm gonna go to Reddit to make sure maybe I'm not the asshole. Wow. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, it's totally only about the couch, right? And the fact that he was like, oh, they were broke as shit and had to share a pull-out couch bed for 5 years, so it's probably okay that you just sleep on the couch, right? What an incredible lack of empathy. Fucking right, though. Get out of your own bed and give it to her. Right. Just so you know, he got absolutely shredded in the comments. Oh, we're going to comments. They both had a bed, a room with 2 beds. Your daughter could suck it up and share a room since there were 2 beds. Yes, the asshole. The reply to that comment says, on the other hand, his little princess will probably never have to share her room with his stepdaughter again because her and her mother will be gone. Yeah, there were 2 beds. There were 2 twins in the shared bedroom. Second top comment here. Yes, the asshole. Your daughter was the problem, not your stepdaughter. What each of them is used to is irrelevant. If your daughter couldn't share, she should have been the one to sleep on the couch. Or maybe you could have consulted her before your booking and got them separate rooms. You're putting children into a new, challenging living arrangement. You're not willing to help them adjust, and you expect them to figure it out on their own. Yes, the asshole for showing your bio daughter blatant favoritism over your stepdaughter. Yeah. An adult having to be an adult. Imagine. Wait, hang on. Wait, hang on. Can we? He's just a guy. Hit him with your car. I hope my little subbies are ready. Should it just be exclamation point car?
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
Perfect. There it is. Congratulations. We now have exclamation point car. Wonderful.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
What the fuck? What the? Okay, I want to read this one because I honestly need more context. So we're gonna do this one. Am I the asshole for lighting a match at night and scaring my boyfriend's dad so badly he woke up the whole house? What? Yeah, sounds normal. Yeah, totally. I want to know why the fuck this matters. What the fuck? Hang on. This post is taking a goddamn ride. Okay, here we go. My boyfriend and I are staying at his parents' house. It's been going really well, but his dad is very particular. He has moments every day where he corrects or instructs the other people in the house on how he wants us to behave. I don't really have a problem with it, but he has a few rules that do make me a little uncomfortable. I don't need to get into why, but I always get diarrhea here. What? What? I've been visiting them a few times a year for almost a decade, and it just is what it is. My boyfriend and I used to stay in a room downstairs with a bathroom, and it wasn't a problem. But his brother moved back home, and now we don't have our own bathroom. I don't want to advertise the fact that I have diarrhea to everyone in the house, but you're going to do it publicly on Reddit for 7.1 million people? And I'm not allowed to use the bathroom fan at night, so I usually use Poo-Pourri or just a drop. When we got home the last time, my boyfriend got a text from his dad asking me to stop using strong essential oils as it was making him feel sick. I was so embarrassed, and I honestly have been kind of dreading coming here again. I was talking to my mom about this, and she suggested that I bring some paper matches because that's what she used to do. I got some paper matches, and they actually work pretty well. Tonight, I woke up from my sleep because I had diarrhea. I lit a match when I was done, ran it under the water, and folded it up in some aluminum before throwing it in the garbage. I fell back asleep and was woken up a while later by a big commotion. My boyfriend's dad smelled burning and thought the house was on fire, so he woke everyone up in a panic and searched the house to see what was burning. I didn't immediately equate a match with a house fire, and I didn't smell anything when I woke up, so I didn't bring up that I had lit a match. It wasn't even clicking for me that the match was what he smelled until my boyfriend asked me if I smelled anything when I got up earlier to use the bathroom. Long story short, I got chewed out by his dad for lighting matches at night or lighting matches in general as a guest in their home. And even his mom was upset because I could have started a fire and nobody would know. I apologized to everyone and went back to bed, but then my boyfriend lectured me for like 15 minutes about embarrassing him and playing dumb about not knowing what his dad smelled and not using common sense. And then he told me to go to sleep and try not to wake everyone up again. I'm honestly so pissed. My boyfriend is sleeping soundly and I'm just laying here getting madder and madder. I want to wake him up so we can leave because I feel so uncomfortable. I really don't want to face everyone in the morning. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, but I don't know if I'm thinking rationally because I'm tired and I can't fall back asleep. What do you think? Am I the asshole?
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
It sounds to me like OP gets diarrhea every time they visit here because the parents and the boyfriend, fiance, whoever, are actively making a hostile, stressful environment. And you're getting the panic poopies. You're getting the anxiety shits. Oh, hey, look, literally right here. Top comment. I think you get diarrhea at these people's home because it's an incredibly stressful environment. We are walking on eggshells the entire time to tiptoe around his extremely volatile and aggressive father. I mean, Jesus Christ, have these people ever owned a candle? If my BF wasn't calling their parents out, I'd be more pissed, to be honest. Exactly. Edit, my inbox is filling with people who literally can't read one comment down for OP's response before replying. So let me summarize for the lazy. OP is getting sick because people leave raw meat out unrefrigerated on the counter for hours and then serve it to her. What the hang on. The stress probably doesn't help, but I get sick there because of the food. They do things like leave meat out on the counter all day to thaw and then don't put all the leftovers in in the fridge. And if they do, it's not done quickly enough, and there's just lots of cross-contamination and stuff with raw meat. None of them get sick, I guess, because they're used to it, so it's not a priority for them to change the way they do things. My boyfriend has tried suggesting different food safety things to them, but they aren't interested. Jesus Christ! I always try to be polite to them when I'm a guest in someone's home, and it's important to me to make my boyfriend happy, but I'm just so over this trip and I want to go home. Sorry for ranting to you, and thanks for the comment. Oh my God. Oh my God. OP, go to therapy. Like, learn to stand up for yourself, because this is an actively hostile environment. They are poisoning you every time you come over and then shaming you for getting diarrhea afterwards. Like, what the fuck? Hit the whole family with your car and then fucking leave. Reply to OP's reply here. I think you should go home, and I'm not sure you should go back. Next time you guys visit them, you should insist on staying in a hotel and not eat meals at their home. It is entirely unreasonable for your boyfriend to expect you to poison yourself and make yourself sick to accommodate his parents. I thought it was a common thing to use matchsticks to remove poo stank, and even if it wasn't common, why get so mad about it? Oh my God. Right. You are mad at me because of the way you reacted to a situation. Your emotions are not my responsibility to regulate, which is honestly the root of the whole problem here, because the dad of this household is trying to make his emotions everyone else's responsibility. Plus, it was wrapped in foil and in the garbage, so he went through the garbage. Yeah, like what the fuck? If OP's boyfriend's dad did indeed have a trauma response, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to deal with it. And it sounds like historically, over the course of the entire time that they've been visiting their parents, these things have not been handled delicately. He's been dictating how everyone is allowed to behave in the house. Which, like, to an extent, I understand if you have guests over in your home. You can be like, hey, these are the things that we do here. But it sounds like it's being done to an uncomfortable, ridiculous degree. Yeah, OP is not an asshole. Easy. That's an easy, not the asshole. Who's ready for some dicky action? One's in the chat. One's in the chat! If you're ready for some dicky action. Here we go. Prediction live. Will I be the asshole for backing out as a bridesmaid in my friend's wedding? And now for some context, this post was deleted from r/am I the asshole and then preserved by a commenter who copied and pasted it as the top comment. So I'm hoping that we're in for some spice. I'm a 28-year-old female and was asked to be a bridesmaid in my friend's 24F wedding. I was asked 6 weeks ago, and her wedding is now 7 months away. I assumed that the normal expectations would be in place, help plan/attend the bridal showers, bachelorette party, etc., and be part of the wedding day and reception. I expected some time and financial obligation, of course, but the responsibilities are really getting out of hand. Also, the vibe of the wedding has changed, and I'm nervous about the repercussions to my career. What? Okay, this is the list of things that she must do as a bridesmaid. I must pay for my bridesmaid's dress, $475. Pay for my hair/makeup on the wedding day, $250. Pay for and host one of the events, bridal shower, honeydew, stock the bar, bachelorette, etc. Each bridesmaid is responsible for funding and hosting one of the events, at least $500. Oh, every bridesmaid does an event. What the fuck? Pay for my part of the out-of-state week-long bachelorette trip, $675 plus food cost, plus missing a week of pay at work. Contribute $100 to their honeymoon fund. She specifically requested $100 donations. Purchase a gift off of their wedding registry. Nothing in the registry is below $150. Cover all other odds and ends costs, wedding day shoes, matching bachelorette trip outfits/accessories, etc. Financially, being a part of this wedding is going to cost well over $2,000. Again, I expected to be spending money and I'm not cheap, but this seems a bit excessive. The other issue I have is the vibe of the wedding. Before, it was a typical traditional wedding. Now it's become heavily centered around alcohol and guns.
No!
I'm sorry, the fuck? I don't just mean that it's an open bar, but the actual theme of the wedding now is shots,
Run.
and vows. I agree. No, I can't make this up. The bridesmaid photos are going to be the bridesmaids taking shots. The groomsmen photos will have the groomsmen holding guns. During the ceremony, the officiant will say, "Does anybody object?" All of the groomsmen will pull out their guns and jokingly threaten anybody who objects. What the fuck? I would not go to a wedding where it was literally planned that a bunch of men will point guns at the audience. When the bridesmaids and groomsmen enter the reception, we must run down an aisle lined with shots and take as many of them as possible. I'm not a prude by any means, nor do I have an issue with alcohol. However, I am very cautious of what I post online. I work for the public school system as a teacher and like to keep things professional. I know the pictures will end up online on social media, and I'd prefer not to be pictured taking shots and chugging alcohol. Also, with the climate of school shootings and other traumatic events, I think the idea of guns is in poor taste. I feel bad to back out after making a commitment. I love my friend and am honored to stand by her on the most important day of her life. I know I need to make a decision soon as she would need time to fill my spot. Am I selfish for worrying about my own finances on her big day or for worrying about my public image? Fucking no. Like, you are on teacher salary being asked to spend $2,000 to be a bridesmaid. Holy fuck. Yeah, not the asshole. Get the fuck out, girl. Get out. Spending money on your own dress and makeup, I get. The rest of that the bride wanted to pay for is BS. Yeah. Not only did each bridesmaid have to plan their own event, there was also a mandatory $600 payment that they had to contribute for the overseas week-long bridesmaid trip that did not include costs for lodging or food. Absolute madness. You're so right. You want feet pics? Hey, $3,500 for feet pics? I will sell feet pics for $3,500. You kidding me right now? I would be taking sexy pictures of my feet so fast. Don't even test me right now.